let's get started here. I've known Jaxon, again, all of my life, and it's been a pleasure to know him. He's been my son's best friend. I was talking with Lana just Tuesday night, and she reminded me of making phone calls, usually in the dark when the kids were playing one place or the other, and say, hey, we're sending one over across the orchard, and so just for a heads up, be ready to have the door open, the lights on, so you could catch them. They were just little shivers. Just one little observation about Jaxon. I'm an old football coach, and I've always felt that football is a real character. It checks a lot of boxes of a young man's character, and especially so when you're, I don't know what the roster. I don't remember what the roster for the football roster had Jaxon at for his weight, but I know it was all lie. Which illustrates, they asked him to run the ball 20 plus times a night, and when he's undersized, it's indicative of just all those character traits that I inferred: courage, loyalty, toughness. I could go on and on. And that's Jaxon. Plus, he's a delightful young man, and so Manson's very, very proud to present Jaxon Teague.
I'm Jaxon Teague, and I want to thank all of you guys for taking time out of your day to come to my senior presentation. I know you guys are all super busy, but it means a lot to me for you guys making it here. So throughout my high school career, I tried really hard to do everything I could, whether it was sports, clubs, or just community service. I tried super hard to join anything, but my favorite top three were football, basketball, and soccer. As Mr. Solid mentioned before, I was a little undersized, so coming in my freshman year and playing all these sports, like starting as a freshman, was a little scary. I just want to thank all my coaches and everybody who's behind me, supporting me through that. These sports, they're so much fun. You get to go after school, practice with your buddies, and then you get to go play some games on Friday nights under the lights, or travel to Royal and lose in soccer, but it's all right. It's a fun game, and I just want to thank everybody who supported me through that. Next, we have leadership. As I just mentioned, I tried really hard to be involved in everything, and through working through soccer, football, basketball, whether I was a TA, I was a flag football coach, youth basketball coach, or many mentors, I tried really hard to bring up the next generation and be a good role model for the kids in elementary. And it's so cool being able to walk through the hallway and having people say, "Oh, hi Jaxon," dapping me up, giving me a high five, asking me how their day going, and I can do the same for them. And it's awesome being able to see those guys walking around. Next, community contribution and connection. I've done a ton of community service over my 4 years in high school. Last year, I ended up with 90 community service hours in one trimester. I was pretty proud of that. It takes a lot of work, and it comes out of your day, but I wouldn't have, if I could go back, I wouldn't have changed anything. It was so fun. Top three to mention were many mentors, me and William here, youth flag football coach with Angel Lopez, and then the Barn Fitness Center. I had fun doing the youth flag football coach with Angel. Our team, we tried to get everybody to play, whether they were super skilled or not. We were just there to have a good time, and it was fun being able to, even after the games, they'd want to play catch or play soccer with us, and it was cool to build that bond with them. And then many mentors. I remember high school kids when I was in elementary coming over and helping us with math homework or whatever we were trying to do, and to be able to do that for the next generation, it meant a lot to me, and I thought it was a super fun club to join. And then the Barn Fitness Center, it was really cool working throughout that 8th grade year. I had initially wanted to go into something with like physical education or being a personal trainer, and now I don't want to, but it was cool being able to see those kids build their confidence and start off with not even being able to lift the bar to being able to bench a plate, or not a plate, sorry, the bar, and do pull-ups. It was crazy seeing those guys build and how fast they could do that. And then for academics, I tried really hard in high school to push myself. I tried to keep my grades up, which sometimes they're went back and forth, but I ended up gathering 55 total college credits. I'm really proud of that. I worked hard getting that, and some of my top 3 favorites were real world math with Miss Sorensen. That was a really cool thing because we could learn in class about the stock market, investing, and then I could go home and talk to my brother and my dad about like what they thought and how I can implement that when I'm older. And then another cool class is calculus. That class really pushed me to be better, and I thought I could kind of walk into that class and not study super hard, but that class really pushed me, and it was awesome having a teacher like Miss Sorensen to be able to help me learn the way I needed to learn and wasn't just throwing packets and random stuff at us. And then my last one was political science with the Mr. Soliday. I personally think he's one of the best teachers we have here at Manson. He always puts challenging things into words that we can understand, and it was cool being in that class with a lot of my friends and being able to debate on different political events or whatever it was at the moment. It was always fun just being able, it was a rowdy class, but it was fun, and being able to study hard and get those credits. It was definitely an accomplishment. I'm glad I took that class. So for my gratitude, I don't think, I have a ton of guys up here, but it's just what happens when these guys are so awesome. I just want to thank Mr. Wiggum, Mr. Johansson, and Mr. Block. These guys, like I mentioned before, have supported me from when I was a freshman. They took the risk letting me play defense, dude. When I was a freshman. There were definitely a couple times I got burned or dusted and I ran to the sideline and I felt down, and these guys were able to pick me back up and kind of crack jokes and get my head back in the game where I can just keep going and keep being myself, but play as hard as I can. And then next to is Coach Rick and Coach Junior. Another example of I never played soccer before going into my freshman year, and it was awesome for them to be able to take that risk on me and just let me build through the years. And these guys have definitely become the closest people I know at the school. They're always cracking jokes, and I always thought it was really special to me. Coach Junior kept our team accountable and kept pushing us even when people thought we were down or there was no way we were making it to another game. He wanted us at practice and kept us pushing, and I just want to say a special thank you to you two. And then Coach Lopez, I've known this guy since I was in like daycare. This guy's another family member. Him and Shelly have always supported me. It is hard sometimes though when he makes a new nickname for you every week, so you gotta keep up with that. But it's awesome being able to walk into the school and have a super big smile instantly, and always being able to talk to him about whether like his events at Boise and what I should do. And then he's just someone that you can rely on, and he's the perfect mentor and example you can get at Manson High School. And then I want to thank my friends. These guys have been here. I mean, we've known each other since we were in kindergarten, first grade. We've grown up together, and they're like another set of brothers to me. And it was awesome being able to continue to build friends, whether they moved here or I had classes with them. As you can see, I mean, there's a ton of people here, and I just want to thank everybody who came. You guys are all my friends and really close to me. And I want to thank all of you for being able to come here. There's a couple special guys though, like Van, Bear, Vince. I've grown up with these guys, and being able to, I mean, we're in the same graduating class and see how much we've all grown. It was really cool, and I just couldn't have picked a better group of friends to have. Alright, next is a little reel with my family.
We're watching our kids growing up in a flash. Don't it feel like the good times go by too fast? Yeah, I wish time would take a little slower. Sometimes it feels like a blink and then it's over. Better soak it in, better make it last. Live it up while we can, 'cause the good times go by too fast. Before you know it, your baby's having babies. You're 21, close your eyes, then you're 80, so laugh it.
I want to thank my family super well. Well, I consider most of you guys like family to me since I've known you since I was little. My family's always been there. I try to get a couple of photos where we're all in it, but every time I go to a new family reunion or something, I swear I meet a new cousin, so it's a little hard to do. But I want to say thank you to my aunts and uncles and my cousins first. They're always supporting me, sending me texts before games, after big tests, or when they heard I got into Boise State. They're big supporters and push me to be a better man. And I just want to say thank you to them really quick. And then next, I want to thank my mom and dad. They're always there to support me, whether we're working on scholarships or fixing pipes in the orchard. You guys are always helping me learn and teach and be a better man. And I definitely wouldn't be here without you guys. You guys are I couldn't have asked for a better set of parents. I want to thank you guys for pushing me and helping me go far, like adventure. And I know when I tell you guys I want to go to Vancouver with Barry and Van, they'll say, yes, let's do it. Let's find a way out how to do it. And I just want to thank you guys so much because I really couldn't have picked a better set of parents. Next, Parker, Finley, and Katie. You guys are the best, especially when it's so nice having you and Katie home. You guys are, you make the house lively again. You guys are like built-in best friends, even though Katie just technically joined the family. She's been like family to us, and I just want to say thank you guys. You guys are people I can look up to, and you're role models to me. You guys are always pushing yourselves to be better, and it pushes me as well. And then my grandparents, I want to say thank you to you guys too. You guys will travel anywhere I need to for any game. You guys, it doesn't matter if it's 6 hours away or right down the street. And you guys are always my big supporters. I don't think you guys missed a game this year for any of my sports, and that means a lot to me. More than I let you guys know too, actually. But you guys are definitely the biggest supporters, and I can't imagine to be where I am without you guys. And then, alright. For my pathway preparation, I had an interview with Angel Garcia, or Grajeda, sorry, and I can't explain how well or how much this interview meant to me. I think Mr. Coates had to tell us to stop talking to each other because I had so many questions for him. But I'm so glad he was able to keep answering questions and give me his business card and told me, call me whenever you want, whether I'm working on Spanish, if I have another question when I want to start my business, or if I need a job. He's a great guy, and it was awesome being able to meet him and answer every question I had. And then I also worked my freshman year with Garcia Construction. He's a family friend, and he taught me so much about construction and being a business owner and what to do and what not to do, which is you really need to know. He was awesome. He had so much trust in me by the end of the summer, and I just want to thank him for that. He put me on the path to construction management, and I just want to say a special thank you to him. A couple other classes I took too were WVC Advanced Metals, where I learned to Teague weld, arc weld, and MIG weld. I also got to help build the tiny home at the outside of the school. We got to do some roofing on that, and it was awesome being able to put what I've learned with Gus and help other kids expand their knowledge as well. And then for my next steps, I'm attending Boise State University for construction management in the fall. I'm super excited to be a Bronco with me and Mr. Lopez, future alumni. And then while I'm schooling there at Boise, I like to be an intern for companies or work for companies in the local area and be able to expand my knowledge even more and get just one step ahead of everybody else. And then after college, I'd like to create my own construction company in our valley. I know it's hard starting a new company while there are pretty dominant ones here, but it would be a dream of mine to be able to expand and help people build their future homes, dream homes, and let them live out their dreams. Thank you guys for taking time out of your day to come to my presentation.